Everyone as well. Had a good day. I was out super early, 5 in the morning. I am thankful because I think I get to sleep in tomorrow. I'll know more in an hour or so. I decide I'm going to work on these just a little bit tonight, like maybe a couple hours, and then get some sleep. We've got a parade. We've got court. We have a situational ship. We have a meow, which is my resting BITCH face. Also an envy card. We've got the knight underneath it. We have coming to collect. We've got the raccoon. We have a pomegranate and the hawk that's being bombarded by crows. We have New Day that was showing itself, and Plunge. This is a bit shallow. It's something that's not being used for what it was meant for. We've got the geese taking advantage of the quietness and the full moon to take a soak in the water while nobody's around. So I guess we could say that someone's trying to do something when they think no one is around and doesn't know that they're doing it, right? Because the geese, when they leave, they think that the humans aren't going to know that they were there. Or they probably don't care. And they're probably not thinking much into it. All they know is they've got the whole place to themselves with no interruptions from mere humans, right? So we've got the parade. Either someone's parading something, someone is celebrating something. They're got a whole lineup, and this is all going down in court. We've got the mermaid. The mermaid's in court. And the mermaid's on top of a sinkhole, it appears. And there's a lifeline underneath her, though. A life preserver is underneath the sinkhole because it's the power of 3. This will always be the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit for me. And then it's also the mind, body, and soul. And then we've got someone following in the footsteps. So perhaps both of them, the parent and the child, or the mentor and the mentee, are all protected underneath the power of 3 with the life preserver in this sinkhole regarding a mermaid and the courts. Someone could be calling foul, but I don't see a whistle. We've got a situational ship. Whatever that may be, a situational ship is usually a third party, and the third party isn't always in just love relationships where there's just like that third wheel. There could be a group of 3 people and someone's feeling like a third wheel. There could be some kind of just friendship arrangement or business arrangement. Someone is coming across different than how they actually are. But the actual of how they are probably is coming to collect right now because they probably came across as being one way and they're actually another way. I might have gotten that turned around because I have a habit. I don't know what it is, but sometimes I'll say something, but I mean the opposite of what it is that I'm saying, if that makes any sense. And I don't know why it happens. I don't know. But we've got coming to collect. This is the spirit of all spirits, the first spirits, when there wasn't any rules on spirits. Now they've got rules. A lot of times people don't understand that. And then they find themselves in a bad situation. So maybe someone made a decision to kind of hold somebody responsible in court, and maybe that's what's coming to collect. Someone's coming forward, testifying or talking about or shooting their shot. We've got this raccoon, thief, scavenger, who's been poking at this hawk, who just sits there and takes it and has been taking it this whole time. We've got the pomegranate here. Unity and faith, fate, growth, a blessed future. Life, resurrection. Could have connections to Israel or the Torah, because the same amount of commandments in the Torah are how many seeds are in a pomegranate. It baffles my mind that a pomegranate will have the same amount of seeds in every single pomegranate. It baffles my mind. And that's sitting on top of a desert scene where somebody is in a sticky situation. Perhaps someone is in a time of transformation. They could have purposely put themselves in a place where they could completely break down or peel apart or break down all the facts, regroup, refocus, and come out with those beautiful wings after the struggle so they can just fly away. Fly away on this new day. Maybe just take a plunge. Maybe this doesn't have to be something sinister like something behind someone's back. Maybe someone just literally just wants to take a break and wants to do it when they're not going to be bothered by anybody else about it. That's potentially the case as well. So in case you don't know, I get these, I just break them up. They're all stacked, and so I just grab little groupings of them, and that's how they come out. And then I shuffle them, usually top to bottom, so that way whatever cards were at the bottom are now potentially have an opportunity to be at the top. These are cards that I made. I'm going to work on the artwork for the back of the card here soon. And then hopefully get the OG, the first original grouping of these cards printed, just because they were all made together. I think that's probably the best first set. And then progressively, as time has gone on, they've evolved into different groupings, so to speak. Some of them intentional, like the punctuation groupings. And then, of course, I've got the numbers that have expanded from 12 up to 22 now, because there are 22 major arcanas in the tarot deck. So I thought that might be a good number to stop at with the 22. So on and so forth. That would be pretty exciting to have all of these. They would be easier to shuffle for sure. And then maybe if there's some that come out upside down, that's a possibility. Okay, so I'm going to take the ones from the back and bring them to the front, kinda. And then the ones from the front, I also bring them to the midway, only because I don't want to know. I'm going to put them more here. I don't want to know what cards are on the back and the front and the center when I pull them. First card and the overall is the gingerbread man. So this could be a cookie cutter situation. Something that kind of happens. It's a common thing of happening. Maybe it's just an occasion. Cookie cutter is the same. All the different shapes of cookies. When you use a cookie cutter, it's like you're making cookies, but they're just all in different shapes. So maybe it's actually some kind of way of doing things that they keep doing over and over and over again, but that just takes different forms and how it's done or where it's done from. Let's see what the rest of the cards are. So cute. Could also have something to do with the Christmas holiday. Center of the deck, we've got shed, and this is like a tool shed or a garden shed or something of that nature, where you would house not just your tools and your toolbox, but everything that you need in order, to have a shed. I mean, if you want, you could even have a he shed or a she shed, right? An extra place to store your stuff on site, or a little getaway space. All of your tools, all of your stuff you need. Excuse me. Next card out is Dragonfly, which is a spiritual insect. Usually it signifies that you're on the right path, or to cause yourself to look at something. Like I've been seeing dragonflies here lately the last couple days. I don't know if maybe they just had a birthing season or not. But there was this one, and it was completely just sticking to this a car, and I've been trying to consider what I'm going to do about the car that I have, and this dragonfly would not leave the car in front of me alone. Like, it literally just passed over the roof of the car and in front and behind, and was just like completely encircling this car. And I'm like, well, maybe I should give that one an option, do some research on that one to see if that's a viable option or not. It was very interesting for sure. So anywho, dragonflies could be important. Now we have the chameleon trying to blend in, trying to be inconspicuous, trying not to stand out, especially when they're feeling threatened. They like to blend into their surroundings. It's part of their protection strategy. So we're storing something. We've got spiritual insight, being on the right path. And we've got the chameleon trying to blend in. Chameleons are high maintenance pets. Did you guys know that? It's like you can't have I think you can't have your AC on. It's got to be a little bit humid in the room. They require special food. I know the temperature is a huge thing, because if it's humid there, it's not good for them. Or no, they need humid. Let me see. They're part of Africa, sub-Sahara, so this could pertain to that. India, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, Ireland or Madagascar, South Europe, Southern Europe. A person who frequently changes their beliefs to please others, to fit in or to succeed. Their lifespan is about 2 to 10 years. So this situation could have been going on from 2 to 10 years. The larger ones are up to 20 years. Need a perfect environment. No drafts or fans. They blend in, and it's a lizard who changes colors. So maybe there's someone here who kind of keeps changing the way that they look at change lifestyle to take care of one, or keeps a pet, or to keep as a pet. Yeah, your whole lifestyle changes when you have a pet, that's for sure. So someone could be trying to fit in somewhere. And we've got the number 6 about someone being an imperfect person. It's also about family, love, stability. The human imperfection. It's a hexagon, Star of David. So that would be 2 things that we've had, the pomegranate and this, having to do with the Star of David. Trying again to care for family, home, love, deep emotions, a natural caregiver. All right, the front of the deck, we've got the moon, which is about illumination. A full moon could be, what's the word, prevalent? We've got the moving truck. Maybe someone is going to be moving around the full moon. Pack, store, and move. Don't forget the stuff in the shed. We've got the Statue of Liberty, so maybe someone's even moving to New York. Maybe this has to have some kind of connections to someone in New York. Could be a gift of some sort. The pursuit of happiness. It was an expensive gift, and it has also changed colors. So again, with the whole changing, because of their environment, they change because of who they're around. We've got an empty putt bowl. Someone is empty. Maybe these changes are based on empty promises. But then again, does this pup realize that, the person who loves me and feeds me is just going to fill up my bowl again, right? So no need to worry that I have an empty pup bowl. Surely there's more where that came from. And we've got the female seahorse, the one that provides the eggs to the male so he can incubate them and let them go when it's time. She will also take off if someone is sick. It's like, thanks. It's like the time when you need someone the most. It's like the time that you're going to take off. Usually they mate forever, but if he's not able to carry her babies, she's out of there. So it's pretty much she just sticks around for whatever it is that he can provide to her. And if he can't provide anymore, then she's going to be gone. We have a doctor scenario here. So there could be a female doctor involved. Maybe this female doctor is wondering when the rest of their money is going to be coming in, whatever it was that they were promised. Maybe the doctor's changing their tune and they're going to go ahead and change their story or change their mind about a certain situation that they might be involved in. We've got grace. Giving someone grace. Maybe someone is healing. Maybe this female is healing. Giving someone grace. You're not giving honestly, you're not doing the whole grace thing. It's like it frees you from the heaviness of what has transpired and what has happened. The cat's got a little thorn in his paw. To be grace, to give grace, to say grace. Easy solution, ask for help, lend a hand. The lion and the mouse story, unconditional love. And understanding. Offer someone forgiveness even when they may not ask for it. Accepting imperfection and giving compassion, which seems to be the theme here. It doesn't cost anything to forgive. Like literally, it won't cost you anything either. Just because you forgive someone doesn't mean that what they did was right. Because if you forgive someone, it doesn't mean you have to forget about it, even though it's best to forget about it. You just want to learn from it. It's like, what's the takeaway from it? Come sail away. Someone could be trying to sail over water. Maybe, again, someone just needs to take a darn break and maybe take some time to just sit at the beach. I have not sat at the beach probably in 2 years, maybe even 3. It's been a long time. Maybe it's just, I don't remember. I think it's been about that time. Come sail away. Someone could be asking someone to come sail away with them. Maybe they wish they would have sailed away. Or maybe they went and sailed away and now they're haunted about it. This is the haunted house. It's going to have big sunflowers in the front yard. I think that would be cute. We've got a tiara here. Someone is haunted by some kind of royalty or some kind of lineage or Did I say the word right? Lineage? They are haunted by a crown, maybe somebody's status, somebody's place, someone's authority, somebody's winnings. Maybe someone was crowned. We've got a domino here. Just takes one domino and they all fall down. Or 5 if you're trying to actually play the game and do play the game of dominoes. You need to do it in sets of 5 to win. We've got Bon Voyage. Another sail away card. Someone's trying to get on the water. Could have something to do with water. And we've got the seahorse there with water too. Maybe someone's going to be moving across the water. Heck, maybe someone's going to even just move onto a cruise ship and just live there for a year. I heard that's a thing that people can do. We've got 22. The master number 22. Also adds up to a 4, which is a number of stability. Hey, Google, what does the number 22 mean in numerology?
In numerology, 22 is considered a powerful master number, known as the master builder. It represents the unique ability to turn visionary dreams and large-scale ideas into tangible, lasting reality.
Wow. Visions into dreams, and to turn ideas into lasting. These are people who work towards goals for the greater good. In case you weren't able to hear him with me talking and with the music being, the sound being so low. My apologies, I'm tired. Well, that's a positive. And there's a doctor there, so maybe this person who is working towards the greater good is also a healer of some sort. Could also be June 22nd, could be important. We have the rings here. This was the commitment card, but I changed it to rings. Because that way it symbolizes commitment, of course, but also rings could be like some kind of, what we were talking about with the gingerbread man, how people continue to do the same thing over and over and over again, but they're doing it in just a different way and from different standpoints or different businesses. Those kinds of rings. So it's just versatile in the fact that you can have it for many things. Could also be a significant other, marriage, spouse, a contractual agreement to honor, ultimate best friend, commitment. That's what my spouse will be if I ever am lucky enough to find one, but definitely will be my best friend. If we can't be best friends, then I don't see a point. I really don't. A lot of times I think some people get married and they're not even friends with their spouse. Yeah, they're interested in them and they like being with them, but to truly have that great friendship, most people are not going to stab their best friend in the back. But again, we've got the number 6 here, which is that the imperfect human nature, because no one is perfect. We've got a snack. We've got a snack. Now, is it a snack or is it a whole meal? I don't know. A little Scooby snack, a little snacky snack, a little tide me over. Again, a tide me over is the same thing as someone who continues to go ahead and change who they are around the people, certain people. It's like all of a sudden they change their beliefs or something. We've got thoughts. thoughts that are pretty much short-lived. Thoughts that are here 1 minute and gone the next. We've got a ladybug. That lucky ladybug wearing the crown. Maybe someone's haunted by their thoughts. Maybe they're haunted at the fact that maybe they should have had more of a meal with this person because they're realizing that they should have had a commitment with this person because they are a master number type of individual instead of leaving and knocking down everything that was built. Someone could be looking at the past and thinking, wow, I really messed that up. What was I thinking? We've got unhinged. Someone's upset and falling apart. We've got a stamp. Someone being paid to be, someone paying someone to send something. Someone's being marked or is a mark. We've got mold. This is unkept. It's toxic. It's been sitting around a while. It's hard to get rid of. Maybe that's who they're stuck with. And that's why they're having thoughts of this person in the past that they should have probably been with. But you know what? Are there really any mistakes? No, because the person that you decide to be with, you decide to be with for a reason. So it's just how you look at it. Maybe there was something you needed to learn in that situation. Maybe there's something you needed to experience in that situation. But once you discover that it's not a situation that is healthy, if both parties are not willing to work on it to be healthy, then maybe it's time to leave the situation. Or, clean up your act. Just clean up the corner. Clean up the issue and problem so it's not toxic anymore. You can do that with constructive conversations. The best friend aspect. I mean, you commit to the fact that this is important to you, and then you just try again. The spider web. What is chaos for the fly is a regular day for the spider. The spider just sets its web. And in this case, it's an old stanky little moldy web that's not being taken care of. Persephone. Persephone is someone who was ended up being married. She was the bride of the underworld, and she didn't really have a say in it. It just kind of happened. So someone, if that were your belief systems, perhaps, and if you believe it's possible, there is, maybe you're married in the spirit to someone who's not of the best nature. But again, with the spider situation, it's the best nature for them because that's what they chose, I guess. That's what they're into. But for someone who's probably on the opposite end of being wanting to be a bride of the underworld, it's not really quite the, thing that she'd like to do. We've got a castle now, a haunted castle, and we've got the crown. Again, with the lineage and the loyalty, or the royalty, or the lineage of, I was good. Loyalty is probably working with that pup cup. This castle's guarded for sure. Is someone guarding this girl who is Persephone? Maybe someone's guarding their thoughts that they're haunted by. They're not sharing what they're thinking. We've got the Reaper. That could be who's coming to collect. We've got a moth through the flame, burned by the fire. It's always interesting when the moth just goes towards the light, right? Even though it could be like a dead end. They can't get out. It's just bright and shiny, and I just have to go to it. It's like an impulse. It's a natural instinct to go towards the light. And a lot of times people who are not of the light, they will go towards someone who is of the light in order to drain their energy and try to drain that light away from that person. Being of the light really irritates people who are not of the light. It kind of puts salt on their on the wounds that they don't realize that they have because they're so dark into down and deep into the darkness of it, not realizing that they're only in that place of darkness or being a dark individual because of those wounds that are now being salted by the light of someone else. Because as much as they think they despise that individual, they only despise it because it's something they're not. And I'm going to give an example. And I've used this example before. When there was a time when I was unhealed from a breakup, or I was dating and it didn't work out, or I had asked, why does everyone I date either leave or like move away, or it just doesn't work out or whatnot? Ghosted, hopefully you don't, but I mean, it happens. And so I would look at other couples who were happy and they'd be wearing matching clothes and everything else. And because I was so miserable and sad and really had wanted to have a relationship, because every relationship that I actually was giving the time to, when if I decided to engage in having a relationship with someone, I was in it 100%. I would say probably 99% of the time. There might have been like a casual thing in there 1% of the time. But anyone who I did date, it was always with the intentions of, this is my potential. So with being brokenhearted from that and not having that and seeing other people have that, of course, I'm looking at them like, oh, look how happy they are. Oh my gosh. And I would kind of be crumbing on the situation because it's like, oh my gosh, they're wearing matching clothes. But now, where I'm in a healed state and I'm not dating, I haven't dated in probably 3 years, and I'm not doing any of the casual things and either. I can look at people now and be like, wow, that's really great. I am so happy that they found their person, or they're, it looks like they're best friends, or they really love each other, or, for those who appear to be that way. So it's just in that state where it's like you see something that other people are and it just bugs you. It's like, why can't I be like that? There was a person that I knew, and she had gone through a similar situation that I had gone through with someone that I was seeing and someone that she was seeing. And, we compare our stories with one another, and she was pretty much new out of the situation, and she was just so angry and so bitter and just so upset. And she was upset to the point where I had to be in a certain mindset in order to spend time with her, because she would want to talk about it and bring up the emails and talk about what was said, and she'd want me to hear the videos and listen to the arguments that would happen between them. And I was like, that's just not really something I want to participate in. And so I was going through my own stuff, trying to heal from my own situations that I was going through with my work stuff. And I didn't have the energy to go to lunch with her. And she got upset with me. And I just decided that, I don't want to deal with negativity in my relationships or friendships. If I'm asking for a rain check, it shouldn't be a problem or an issue. I should be able to ask for a rain check because I'm looking after myself. So she was upset that I was so healed after what had happened, from what I understand. Because I only could see what the anger and like literal rage that she was feeling and experiencing, and it just was not healthy. It was not, I don't know, folks. I couldn't be there in that. I couldn't be around it, a participant, receiving end of it. I couldn't. It was just too much for me to deal with. So it's unfortunate because I did like spending time with her and going to lunch with her, but when she went down that road, I just could not. She was not hearing it. So there it is. So that's what I mean. Long story, like literally long story. With the moth to the bright lights. We've got fishing. Someone could be fishing for information. Someone could be just throwing a line out there. We've got passion here. Someone could be ending the whole need to have to be so attracted and going towards things that are literally going to end up causing them harm in the end. Because those moths can go to one of those little bug zappers, and it's just, you shouldn't have gone there. You should have stopped yourself. So someone could be fishing for some passion or to see maybe if it's out there. Someone could be fishing for a flame. Maybe there's some kind of connection to some fire, and we've got a rock. Someone's been living under a rock. Someone could be throwing rocks. Someone could just be sitting around like a rock, like a bump on a log. One more row. We've got a live wire, a crown. We've got both the crown and the other tiara out here, the male and the female. An island. The king of an island. We've got jerky. Someone's being a jerk or they're dried out. Here's the snack. Something to tide someone over. We've got a candle now. So the candle and the flame together, that's interesting. Fishing for candle. Making something hard for someone. We've got the bathtub. So someone could be doing the mirror magic in the bathrooms, or it could be important to take a spiritual bath. Use your Epsom salts, do your visualizations, allow the negativity and the toxic stuff just to come out of you while it's into the bath. And once you get out of the bath, of course, you just watch all of that negativity just go down the drain, and you just release it and just let it go. Just let it flow. And we've got the circus. Last card. The center card of all of this mess is the unhinge. That is the focus, the focal point of the whole read. The gingerbread man. The little song about the gingerbread man, you can't catch me on the gingerbread man, that could be also something important here. Someone could be doing a bunch of stuff behind the scenes and like, you can't catch me, you don't know it's me, I'm just making your whole life into a circus. But the whole circus is being illuminated here with the full moon. And then we've got that live wire with the grace. So it's like, are you still going to give someone grace when they are completely showing you a live wire? You're not going to touch it. Maybe they're just assuming someone's not going to touch the situation and give anyone grace if they come out and ask for it, or if they hope for it. Could start a whole big situation. So don't get unhinged. Keep yourself in focus. We've got equal. trash, a dash, which could be also a minus, a small frame of time, a range of time, side-eyeing, the deep waves, the turbulence, the emotions, the dedication. I don't know about you, but people who have those deep waves in their hair, they have to brush those over and over and over again to train those curls to just lay down flat. That's dedication. You've got to do that like several times a day. We've got water glass, transparency, authenticity, hydration, because we've got the jerky trying to dehydrate something or someone or some situation, take everything out of it that can. It's also my Aquarius card. And we've got love. Side-eyeing these deep emotions, authenticity, transparency, and love. Someone was trying to do all this damage and problems and chaos. They were trying to trash somebody. All of it's equal to trash. Everything that they've done during that frame of time. Because now someone is actually looking at it and taking a look at it like, do I see what I'm seeing? And they're seeing that this person has deep emotions. They're authentic, they're transparent, and they're nothing but love. Even in the face of the spider web. Even in a spider web, there's still love. With that being said, folks, I'm going to go ahead and call it. I still need to take a walk, get ready, and thanks for being here. I hope you had a great day, as I said before. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I think it was saying like 60% of my people are not, they watch, but they're not subscribed. Like the video if you liked it. There was a few people who have. I'm so tired. I'm so sorry. I hope there's a time or a day that I'm not going to have to say I'm so tired. And I know it will come soon. Well, that's attractive. How do I, I'll have to see how I block somebody. Well, there we go. Did I do it? Put user in timeout. There we go. You can't do indefinitely. I'm so sorry that that happened, folks. Thank you, Charlene. That was really sweet of you to say. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Niagara. Hi, you guys. I apologize for, it's like so weird. It's like, why would anyone even get something out of that? I don't understand it, really. It's bizarre. I do have to say, though, from what I understand, Saturn's in retrograde right now, and that's supposed to have a huge effect on people, on their wounding and on their healing of what they need to recognize as a part of themselves that need healing, which is unfortunate that I banned him so fast, because he may, or she, whoever that is, may have needed to hear that. Everybody deserves to have a life made of peace and in a healed state, so where they can experience love and to be able to love others. And it's unfortunate that person is in a place where they feel like they need attention to the point of doing that. It's actually quite sad. Eventually I'll understand or be able to get my system set up so I can see the comments while I'm doing the stories. And so that would be great because then I could have caught that earlier. I just feel bad that it was even on there for as long as it was on there. So again, I apologize for that. With that being said, folks, I am going to call it a night. Thanks again for being here. Hi, Tiffany. And Johnny. And Luke. What's Niagara? I know it's Niagara Falls, but all right. Thanks, you guys. Bye.